Come say hi. I am seeing two people here. Obviously, Remy, you're the first. You wanted to make sure that you were the second. Hello, Marilyn. Tracy might join me tonight, so I'll wait for him to pop up. So, how is everyone doing? How's your week? Anything special happened? Anything you want to share? I had a crazy week. This weekend, yesterday, we received the in-laws of my family for my husband's birthday and for Philip's 9th birthday. I had to do a grocery haul for the challenge collaboration for Lynn from Bucket List Homestead. And film edit all of that. And since I am going to the conference of the Eastern Ontario Homesteading Conference next weekend on the 6th, the 5th, I keep forgetting the dates. So May 6th is the day that I'm going to go in Ontario to assist the Eastern Ontario Homesteading Conference, the second one. So I have a lot of things to do, like busy. I've been busy all week, sowing, transplanting. I have some carrots in the ground. I have some turnips in the ground, beets. I'm not done with beets. Started transplanting onions. I started transplanting celery. What else did I do? Bok choy. I prepped some beds. I mended some beds. Broad fork. And one of the hardest was weeding. We have in my in-ground garden, we have very hardcore weeds I had to deal with. And then I have to haul in my compost. So it was a very, very long week. I was up early, going to bed late, and taking care of so many things. And the reason why I'm pushing so much is because I was supposed to plant all my cold hardy crop for today. So root vegetables and leafy stuff, cabbage, brassicas, cauliflower, broccoli, was all supposed to be planted today. But it's been raining yesterday, today, and it's probably going to rain till Tuesday. So I'm going to pray for sun to come out somewhere during the day so that I can at least transplant my cabbages, my broccoli, my Brussels sprouts, and all that before the conference. That's something I have to do. I've been working hard. There are some days that I had so many things to do. I was like, I said this once to Marilyn. Sometimes I feel that the list is so long that instead of going forward, I'm going backwards. But she said that regardless what you're doing, you're always moving forward, even though you're feeling that you're going backwards. So she's right. Hello, Joanne. Awesome. I've been neglecting my weigh-in for the Global Gardening and Homesteading Community Challenge. I think I'm around 25 pounds, 30 pounds. Let me see. I have 2 dozen eggs to weigh in, and I'm already at 27 pounds without that 2 dozen eggs. So I should be close to 30 pounds, probably today or tomorrow. I'm not done yet. From the course of Académie Potagère, they're telling me, I think, to space them 12 inches apart. I did not do that. I did, I think, 8 centimeters. No. I think I did 8 inches apart. I have one row, and then another, one row of 16 feet, one row of 10 feet. And I still have, I think, 20-ish to go. I'm not done planting celery. Am I saying your name right? It's Joham, right? I hope I'm saying it right. I've been saying Joham since like since I remember your name. Awesome. That's another thing. Well, I'm not going to have any passengers with me, but I do have some stuff to bring to the conference, and I need to like clean out some of the some of the crap in the car. Like I will have to leave the um, what's it in English? The booster seats for the kids to my husband, yeah, in case he needs them, and clean out the back of the car because it's well used. It's well used. If you're around 25 to 30, you're doing great. Who is this addressed to? I think approximately because that's not for me. There's so many tasks all coming at once after winter lazy day. Yeah, true. I kept saying that I was not busy during the winter, and then I realized I was busy. And then spring is sneaking up on me, and summer is sneaking up on me. I have to transplant some of my tomatoes, and but first I need to get everything in the ground. So getting everything in the ground, going to the conference, and then the week after that is transplanting, up potting in whatever did not find a space for, and then I'm gonna try to finish broad forking, like weeding, putting compost everywhere. I still need to buy some compost, so it never ends. I will have plant and chickens in the it's probably gonna have like a little smell at the end when you get there. If you're around 20 to 30 pounds already at this time of the year, you're doing awesome. Oh, awesome. Well, it's the eggs. I have duck eggs. They're a little bit heavier than regular eggs, and I'm in high production right now, so I am getting a lot of eggs. And well, what I'm harvesting in the tunnel is like 2-3 cups of greens is not even going to give me like a pound. So it's going to take a lot of greens to come up to a pound. I'm just going to write to Tracy to see when he's coming in before I chat with you of a little discovery I made. I'm at 27 pounds without the 2 dozen eggs. But obviously there were some that I'm not weighing. Like this morning I took out 2 eggs for breakfast and I didn't weigh them. Like I was super hungry. I didn't take the time to weigh them. But I should be close to 30 pounds probably. If I'm going to weigh the eggs, I'm going to be for sure around 30 pounds. It's true. It's true. It's true. Right now, I'm my little my second time mummy bunny. She had 4 babies. One was not formed; it died. And then, for a weird reason, one was like big, and then one day I found it dead. And then I'm left with two adorable. They're so cute. I'm on mute. Okay, you scared me. So I took the babies for the first time today. They're so cute. One is like caramel color, and the other one is looks like exactly like the mom. I have to take pictures and show you guys, or make a video and show it to you guys. So 2 survived out of 4, and we're like debating keeping the bunnies or not. But that's something exciting that happened. She gave birth on the 18th. It was her second pregnancy, and I give spinach leaves to her and to the. I don't know if she gives them to the babies, but I kind of don't weigh them because of that. Like bunnies. I want her to be a good mom, even though her baby count is very low. We had a little accident. One of my kids left the door open and she walked out, and the male is on the ground. His house, little hut, is on the ground, and he was out. We left the door open, and she mated. Well, we think she mated another time. It's not ideal, but I might have like babies in 3 weeks. So I would have like back to back. Logistic wise, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I might have more bunnies. Like sprouts alone won't do much, but sprouts plus strawberries, maple syrup, dandelion, whatever. It's true. It's true. You're absolutely right. So I don't know. I have to show you guys the little babies, and no, we don't process bunnies here. I sell them. I think I said this once. I have a bunny operation for the manure. So the goal is to, well, the mama's beautiful and she seems to take care of her kids pretty well. So I might keep her and breed her. I'll see how many babies she has this time. If she still has 5, I might keep her in my breeding, or get myself a second doe so that I can have 2 does, 2 males. And the goal is to sell the bunnies, the babies, at between 4 weeks and 8 weeks of age once they're weaned, and they will grow them out, do whatever they want with them. They're huge. The babies are huge. The males are Géant des Flandres, and the mother has Géant des Flandres and other breeds in that. So the babies are going to be huge. So they're meat babies or pets. So the operation would end up paying for my manure collector and for their feed, because rabbit manure is cold. I'm supposed to have a lot of new bunnies. Nice. My 2 females spend 1 whole night with my male running around my yard last summer. Really? Well, it's like us. Sometimes it's too early. Your cycle is not back to normal, and she might not have babies. Well, I prefer her not having babies for health purposes. Like, I don't. It's not a bunny farm I want to create. But I would rather her not be pregnant and like give her a full recovery before I breed her again. Maybe. Don't forget. Yes. Okay, so did Tracy write to me? No. Okay. So I received something really exciting that I wanted to share with you guys. And it is called a tank drum. I don't know if you're familiar with that. These are musical instruments that are made from recycled items. So to give you a little backstory, a friend of ours was collecting, of me and my husband, was collecting propane tanks from barbecues. And 7 years ago, he wanted a second income and he wanted to do something with his time. And he started doing and building these. So we got these when he was starting. They were defect. They were not perfect. So he gifted them to us. I think it was 5 years ago that we were gifted these. And they were very well used, and I did not have these anymore. And I asked Jonathan if he could paint them for me and just make sure that they're tuned. So he was tuning them and everything, and I received them this week. And I want to share a little bit of his story also before I play a little bit of music for you guys. I am not a musician. I am just doing this for fun and also sharing. This is a local artist from Quebec. He's doing this on his own with some tools and recycle items. So his story is when he started, same thing as I. He had no no experience at doing this. And by talking, meeting up, and meeting musician, he learned so much, and then he adapted his tank drums and just made them even prettier, made them even better. And then there's notes, and he figured out how to create it to what they are today. His main reason that he did this is for healing. So people that are dealing with relapse or any mental illness or anything that is interior healing or just healing overall, and to introduce music to children. That was his main goal. So I received 2, and these are dual sided. So the simple side is only top, and then there's 2. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's 2 side, and they sit on little legs. And he called this. This one is E Celtic for the sound, and we got a purple one. This one has a defect in it. One of the notes are damaged, but I'm sure you guys won't know. This one says it's an E minor, and same thing, it's 2-sided. So one-sided has a sound, and then 2 sides have a different sound. But it's just, wait till, I hope you guys can hear it with, hold on. Okay, where was I? Yeah, these are he actually has a YouTube challenge, YouTube channel, and he also have a Facebook page or group, either or. Everything is in the description of the video, and I think if you want to see what he's talking about after live, yeah. So Remy added the YouTube link to his channel. But once this is done streaming, you'll have access to the description, and it's called Tank Drum Earth. So he creates this and he ships this all over the world. So it's not just Quebec, it's not just Canada. If you're interested in purchasing or just asking any questions, it's not just limited to Canada. He also ships everywhere. Thank you. I just got sidetracked when I saw that. Okay, so like I said, I'm not a musician. These are originally for my kids, and since I am in a internal healing also process for myself, this is like the main reason I asked them to tune them so that I can use them when the kids are not in the house. So it came with like this cute baguettes. The kids had like Super Bowl baguettes, but I wanted to show you with this. So let me know if you can hear properly. My microphone is right next to it, so you should hear it. Can you guys hear it? Before I continue. Can you hear the sounds? Okay. I can play with both. Hold on. He told me that I am able to play with both. So let's try this. Oh, this is where the one that has the little defect. I just saw it. Well, I heard it, but doesn't matter. It was a gift. I might fall asleep with you guys. I'll give you a little more minutes. I'll have to remember that it's this one. Here goes. So if you want to go show him some love, again, tank, drum, earth. His name is Jonathan. He speaks English and French. And I will do another video where I'm going to share every little detail that I have from his page. But I just wanted to share because it's so fun. Like, I hope you heard some of the sounds because it's such a healing, it recharges your soul. It's crazy. Like, can you imagine going in the garden outside with a glass of wine or a coffee or a hot cocoa, and you just sit down and you put this on your knees and you just have so much fun. And to think that this is actually recycling. He runs around everywhere to find these propane tanks. And he does that at home. I do have, if you want to go check it out, he sent me his business card picture. It's in French, but it gives you a good idea. But like I said, there will be information in the description below. But his name is Jonathan. Tank, drum, earth. If I was not live right now, I probably would continue and probably fall asleep. Thank you. Listening. Cosmic have a bunch of interesting instruments too. That was beautiful. Thank you. And I have no musical background. I was just like having fun. In his videos, he shows beautiful sounds. I do not have his talent, but I just let my imagination have fun. Okay, so let me sit down again so that I can read you guys. Gardening Warrior Q. I forgot your name. What is your name again? Like I'm falling asleep right now. Should have brought coffee or a tea. I'm still waiting for Tracy. He did say he was going to come. But he doesn't seem like he's there. Anyways, doesn't matter. If anyone wants to join me chit-chatting live, just let me know. I'll put the description in the comments. The my brain's asleep. The StreamYard link. So, who is excited for next weekend? Or who's coming to the conference? Next weekend's conference, the Eastern Ontario Conference. Did I read all the comments? Yes! Remy is going. It is going to be awesome. No worries. You've missed me playing musical instruments that I just received. I am so impatient for Friday. I am leaving Friday afternoon as early as possible, as soon as my husband gets back from work. And after that, going out on an adventure. And I am arriving at Angie's. And I am going to try what was it called again? The amazing not burnt lasagna from Angie. I've been hearing all about it. Last year I missed out on the lasagna, so this year I am not missing out on that. Why would you want to cancel? It's so fun. For me, it's going to be a heck of a ride this week. I need to get everything prepared so that when I leave, it's going to be like a mini 36 hours vacation for me, like away from the house, no kids, just having fun. I have become a hermit. And I don't have cabin fever, but I know that if I stay home too long, it's not good for me. Marilyn, you're too far for me to make a detour, so you have to. How far are you from the boat, Marilyn? So I'm about 3 hours and a half. Well, between 3 hours and three and a half hours away from Angie, and I'm about the same time from the conference, like close to 3 hours. But I want to utilize all the time I can so I can meet up with you guys and have so much fun. You're not taking the traversier to Rimouski? Oh, you're driving. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're not taking the boat. So you're 5 hours from Quebec City. Oh. And then Quebec City is probably 6 hours away from the convention. Okay, so you're going to do a lot of driving. I could go and come back on one day, but I've decided that this year is going to be the year where I'm not shot after the convention. Like, I remember last year when I was coming back, I was like exhausted from all my emotions, and I drove 2 hours to go, 2 hours to come back, and like I was just there from, I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I left around 5, 6. It was not enough. I wanted more. Like, my batteries were like charged, but there was still space. Like, I wanted to chit chat with everyone and like get a chance to know everyone better. And then 6 hours from the cabin. Okay. Cool. Like, I'm counting the days, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm not very social, but I can do a social day or two sometimes. The community gets together. Awesome. Well, I am looking at this like a vacation. And another way that I'm taking it is I can talk to you guys homesteaders till your ears bleed of like everything homesteading, and spare my poor husband's ears about tomato seeds and everything that is homesteading that it's not his forte. Nice. That's so cool. So cool. Are you coming, Jean? Like, I'm losing track of who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. Is Steph and Chris from Hickory Craft Farm going to be there? You're quite far, also, if my memory's correct. Okay. So Hickory Craft Farm will be there. Lynn is going to be there. Angie's going to be there. Wallaby is going to be there. Like, I can't chit chat with all of you guys on a weekly basis. So this is like, I cannot wait to like pick all of your brains. And Dave is coming also. Tracy's coming. I wanted to celebrate Tracy tonight, but it seems he's busy. What was his stats? Does anyone know? I know he reached 1,000. How much is he at? He's officially at 1K. I don't think he made his hours. I hope so too. Well, they must be so busy. Because I didn't see the that round table that Darren, you, Remy, me and you, Acres, the five of you. I didn't see that on the conference. Oh, they won't? Plymouth's backyard. How do you pronounce this? Denberg View Ranch? I think Tracy is close to. Where did that comment go? Oh, Remy's here.
I think it's pronounced either Denby View Ranch or Denby View Ranch.
Okay.
I'm not
I
sure.
massacre names, so might as well say it wrong or try saying it.
I
Uh,
think his name is Ron and her name is Jenny.
okay, so Tracy is about 200 hours away from qualification.
Yeah, that's what Maryland just wrote. 260, 230, well, 259.
Oh,
150,
wait. No,
sorry,
wait. He said
159.
watch time is 159. Ooh, it's getting close. It's getting close.
Eh, lower than that now.
Lower than that now. It's
I've been
crazy.
playing him all day.
I think that by Saturday it's gonna happen. Or if it doesn't happen by Saturday, like just before, just after the
Oh, yeah.
convention.
You'll get it for sure.
For sure. Yes, she told that a few times, if I remember well. Um, I don't remember. What was this?
Cindy Squirrel.
Oh, I missed that. Wait. I missed a couple of comments because, like, um,
Another YouTuber that should be there. And there's also Life in the Valley that recently joined our Canadian group.
yeah, I just subbed them. Like, I don't know them.
Well, I've been chatting with him this morning, and he's actually connected me because I was looking for something to give away at the conference, like either business cards or something like that, stickers, anything for people to remember me. Last year I had those little beer koozies, but this year they went up a little bit in the cost, and I
Just a
had
little
to.
bit.
Yeah, I think last year they were about $2.50.
Yeah.
I was able to order as much as I wanted, so I could go and order just 10 or 15 or 20. This year it was a minimum of 50, and we're up like I think it was about $5. So I'm
Ouch.
like, nah, I'm not gonna pay $250 to give something away to people for free. Um,
Unless like your business is like very well established
yeah,
and
yeah, like it would make sense for a really big
yeah.
business, but I mean, I'm doing YouTube videos here. I'm not a millionaire yet. But he connected me, that guy Thomas from Little Life in the Valley, connected me to a friend of his, and he's doing those engraving things. So I'm gonna get about 30 business cards for the conference, but they're like metal ones engraved.
Nice.
So show me the video. It's pretty cool. We're gonna do a little collaboration on that. I'm gonna get a better price, and I'm gonna give him some visibility a little bit in the future. We're still
Nice.
the details, but he showed me what he was doing, and it's awesome.
Speaking of that, I just had a flash. I forgot to say one thing. The tank drum, if ever you communicate with Jonathan, wait, where is it? From Tank Drum Earth. If ever you talk to him, message him or whatever, or ask him any questions, just tell me I sent you his way. Because we want to see, like, if this helped, if this live is gonna help him like have some traffic. So
I wrote a comment on one of his videos saying that you sent me there, and then I sent him a message asking a question.
oh,
So he's
nice.
probably gonna know that it was from you.
Cool. So I'm so like I was beyond excited when he brought these 5 years ago at my house. And
5 years ago.
yeah, well, it was his first, I think his first 100 that he
Okay.
did. And there was many mistakes in them. There was the colors were chipped, they were not perfect.
Okay.
And he gifted them to us. And I lost these Well, correction. The kids lost these, and I started watching some videos in my healing process, and they talked about the tank drum. So I asked him, and obviously the kids dropped them, and they were not very nice with them. So I asked him if he can paint them and tune them, and he gave me like much more than I was asking for. So because he did all of that, I just wanted to send him love, because if it
That's
can
awesome.
help him out, it is going to help me out in my healing process. So it's a win-win situation. Since you're here, also, second flashback, you were popular. You were on TV.
Yeah,
So
that was cool. I actually got a few people asking me questions after that. People
awesome.
like reaching out, asking questions about gardening and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Did you
I don't
get
know if
like,
it's helping my channel, but
did you see any change in your channel?
uh, well, it seems to finally picking up. It was for a while where it was going up a little bit, then stalling, then going up, then stalling. But now it seems like it's finally picking up a few subs a day. I don't know if it's related to that or not. Um, because what happened is I was on a local radio station talking about last year's season of Shed Wars, and trying to focus on the upcoming season, trying to explain that we want to teach people. I want the conversation to get away from the competitive side.
Yeah.
I'm a very competitive person, but I did what I had to do last year. I proved myself the way I wanted to prove myself, and now it's time to just put that aside, focus on teaching people and doing the right thing with people. So when I talked to the radio station, someone local here is working for the TV channel, and she saw my little interview on Facebook. So she reached out to me, and she's like, "Well, you want to have a little interview with me?" I'm like, "Sure." She's like, "Well, you want us to go and meet you in person after work?" I was like, "Okay, so you're coming over, like you want to do this in person?" She's like, "Well, yeah, we're doing it on a camera and everything." I'm like, "Okay, sure, why not?" So yeah, it happened, and it was cool. They didn't show everything I said, but I'm glad they put the focus on teaching and growing food, and not necessarily on the competition.
Yeah, well, because they wanted to talk about Shed Wars, which is now the global gardening and homesteading community. This is always a mouthful for me. Shed Wars is such easier. Anyways, they wanted to like show what Shed Wars was
Yeah,
and the positive side of.
yeah, because I was able to. Are you frozen? Oh, I think you're frozen. Yeah, I wanted to. They wanted me to tell people like I have a family of 5 kids, so food is getting expensive, and I was still able to bring my grocery bill down because of
Hello?
it. I was doing. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I had some Wi-Fi issues. I might.
Yeah, you disconnected for a few seconds.
Okay.
So I was explaining, what I was doing about the interview, and so yeah, I was able to show them. Well, not necessarily show them, but tell them how I was able to bring my grocery bill down a little bit. Like even though inflation is going up like crazy, I was still able to spend less on grocery in the last year on a
I
monthly budget.
am really looking forward to that aspect. I normally always have a budget of about, like prior to all this craziness, about $120 average, 120, 150. I'm excluding soap, conditioner, toilet paper, all of that, like just for food. Now we're up like over $200. So I'm hoping that I can flip that and go back to $100 during the summer.
I'm pretty sure you'll see the difference, especially if since you're going to be counting, weighing everything, and if you kept the document I sent you, and you're probably going to replace the prices of everything. But if you do, you'll see exactly what you were able to bring in terms of money, you know,
I didn't fix that part of the document. I am more focused on
to wait.
the weight. I have not even finished my online training, the Académie Patagère. I used to do an hour every day, and then I went down to half an hour every day. And now I can barely slip in 10 minutes a day. Like, I am trying to fit and squeeze in 6 hours of work time everything I can, and it's like literally impossible. So I'll have to complete that training this winter. It's just crazy. It's like you turn around, you like you do this on your list. Ooh, one's done. Then you turn around. Oh, this needs to be done. I forgot about this. And then it just boop, 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 boop. The list goes on. So let's just say that they tell me that I've made, I don't know, $500 of saving. I'm just gonna go, okay, well then I'm gonna add maybe 25%. And it's gonna give me like a good approximate of what I saved. And I'm trying to orient my canning recipes differently this year
Okay.
so that I can have like meals, or like I do this, like I take potatoes that are canned, and then I'm going to take another vegetable and then a meat and then take a
Make like a
sauce or
stew.
whatever and use those 5 jars and create dinner.
Yeah, this is something I want to do also. Take the beans, take the carrots, take the potatoes, the moose meat, deer meat, whatever I have on hand, even the rabbits, grouse, whatever, and just make stew.
Yeah,
Can
that's like uh, um I have some meals that are like full meals, like what's it called in English? Taco chipotle taco beef. So that's a meal by itself. You can add it to rice. You can add it. You keep a little bit of the liquid and you mix it with your rice, and you can add vegetables on the side, or you can do poke bowls. You know those bowls where you have like multiple things. You can have tacos. You can have fajitas. You can add peach salsa to it. So it's a meal on its own, but you can do multiple things with it. And I'm trying to orient more like the canning process. It's going to be a little bit of more like time management. Like I have to take out my books soon and like organize my canning year. I was supposed to do this in December.
well, there's
It's
always something to do,
always
especially
it's
this time of year.
yeah.
We keep thinking all winter, oh, I still have time. I'm gonna do this. We still have time. I'm gonna do that. And then we realize we're like, I'm leaving for Ontario in like 3 days. I didn't butcher all the rabbits I was supposed to butcher. I didn't get my
Mhm.
garden ready. I didn't harvest my carrots. I didn't clean my Jeep. I didn't do anything of the stuff I was
Yeah.
supposed to do.
It like we know it's there and it just has a tendency of sneaking up on us and go cuckoo.
Well,
Like you have this to do.
I have a problem where when I'm at work, I'm like, oh, if I was home, I would definitely be doing this right now. Like I feel like doing it now. And then I get home and it's like, I don't feel like doing it anymore. I just feel like laying down and doing nothing. It's crazy the way it works. I'm in bed and
Uh,
I'm like, oh, if it wasn't too late, like I'd be planting seeds. And I've been here all day, like watching YouTube videos, catching up, watching the baseball game, and you know, not planting seeds. Well, I planted a few, but not everything
There's
I was.
something I realized to help me out, and I suggested that to Annie from Mama Homemade, and she's like, "I have so many things to do." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, "Okay, what do you have to do?" And then she tells me her list, and then I'm like, "Okay, what time is it?" So it was like, I think it was like when she asked me, I think it was like between 10 and 11. I can't remember. And then she's like, "I don't have much time. I have my little one with me. I have to cook dinner. Blah 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 blah." And like she went on and on and on. I'm like, "Okay, do you have time to fill 5 trays of potting soil?" She's like, "Yeah, it just takes 2 minutes to do. Like you just she has like this big container. She dumps her tray and then fills it, tap on it, refill it. And like it takes maybe 1 minute and you can fill 1 or 2 trays. So she took 10 minutes and she filled 5 trays and she watered it. And after the kids went to bed,
She just had to plant
She
seeds.
just had to plant. So she dividing to conquer. So she had many things to do. So she started with that. And then in the afternoon, when her son was in bed, she took 5 minutes. She took out all her cucumbers she wanted to plant, all her squashes she wanted to plant, and she just like she put the seed samples that she wanted. And then when the kids went to bed, all she had to do was sow the seeds. So instead of taking a whole hour to do all of that, she just divided it and she was able to do it in the same day. So, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm caught up." I'm like, "Oh, well, divide and conquer." You'll be
That's
able
true.
to.
5 minutes here and there.
Yeah.
Instead of butchering like 6 rabbits at the same time, I did a few yesterday and a few today. Plus, I had one escaping, so I don't have to worry about that one. He got eaten by a fox, probably.
Oh no.
Well,
Yes,
he's the
lots
one who
of
wanted to get away.
values.
He kept getting away.
I have one that I'm nicknaming Houdini. He, this little, he's a fat one and like he's a good breeder, so he's lucky. But every single cage we have built him,
He's escaping.
he's found a way to escape. But he never leaves the house. Like he stays on the property. He has like you can see with like the droppings where he goes. And he doesn't go far. Like he goes next to my tunnel and then he goes around the chickens and then he goes back. And every night he goes back inside. Like he finds a way to go back inside the coop. But I'm like, we're kind of tempting the devil because it only takes one wild animal at night to scent him and then wait for him and grab him. The only
Neighbors.
advantage he has is he's heavy.
Okay.
So they whatever grabs him will have to maybe carry 7 to 10 pounds of like dead weight. So that's the only reason probably why we haven't lost him because we don't have fox or anything. Yes, watch the value as well. The idea that growing and making from scratch cost as much or more. Uh, I'm
It is.
always like, if you buy bulk and you cook from scratch, you're always going to save. Because buying bulk, my flour now is up in price, but like old price, I was paying $40 for 20 kilos of organic flour. So that's $2. In the regular like per kilo at the grocery store was at the time about $2, but the regular flour. So it was bleached and it was not organic. And I was getting about the same price. The only way that I'm able to buy organic, well, now I can't even afford organic, even though if I wanted to. But when I used to buy a lot of my stuff organic, I would buy bulk instead of buying up like small quantities. And it always comes to almost the same price or just a little, like a couple of hairs more expensive, but you have better quality,
Yeah.
which is in the end, it's don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
It is gonna go up, unfortunately. Well, I keep saying the best investment someone can make is buying like fruit trees and stuff like that,
If
shrubs,
you have
bushes.
space, if you have
Yeah, if you have space, of course. But I mean, especially like now is the time to plant it. My colleague was able to find some plum trees for $48 at the independent store. I didn't
what's
even
an
know that
what's an
independent is like it used to be Save Easy grocery
uh,
store.
oh, grocery store, okay.
$48 is cheaper than what you have at Walmart.
I don't know, I don't buy fruit trees. I've never bought fruit trees.
You don't have, yeah, you don't have enough space, or you just don't have to buy them.
Okay, so I have to make a choice. I have to make an educated choice, and this is a hard one because I have two huge maple trees that I have like a lot of shade from, and then I have an apple tree that's dying, um, that I have to replace if I want to end up having at least apples. But like I will have to manage it and buy dwarf trees so that uh, they don't do shade in my garden. So the
Okay.
way that my garden is designed, like I have to take in consideration the shades of the trees.
Mm,
And the only place I could put trees, it would be in front, but then my children would lose some
playing space.
space. And if I put trees in front, I lose the sun inside the house. In the way that century old homes are designed,
Yeah, they're
there's
just
not many windows in my house. Like in my bedroom, I have one window. That's it. And it's a small window. It's not a huge one. So if I add shade in front of the house, yes, the house is going to be cooler, but I'm always going to have to put the lights on. So the educated choice I'm making is berries. Like I'm going to create a food forest with berries.
well, still pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, you can buy like blueberry bushes if you get them on sale at the end of the year. Usually they have the blueberries on them, and that's just one example I'm giving here. Um,
Blueberries, I don't know why. Okay, I'm a blueberry plant killer.
oh well, the thing
I
is, it needs to be very, very acidic. You have to have an acidic soil.
we have hedges, cedar hedges, boarding our entire property, and I put them right next to the cedar hedge, so the soil is super acidic. But I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go to my local nursery, but the higher end one, and I'm gonna ask them to explain to me how to open a blueberry bed. It's not just like dig a hole, put this. There's logistics to create an acidic soil. So
Well, go with the ass caps instead.
that's what I'm doing. So I bought four Hascaps last year, and one died on me,
Okay.
which is the pollinator. I should have bought two pollinator plants. Anyways, and then I went to Annie's, and she told me she had the Aurora variety, which is the pollinator for the varieties that I have, which is in the indigo gem. And it survived the winter. And so I have three indigo gems and one aurora. But then she placed an order at Pépinière Ancestrale,
That's the
and
one.
I bought five plants of Hascaps, but different varieties and different what do you call it? Like some is like early summer, some is like midsummer, different blooming, so that I can have like
So
overall more than one time of Hascaps.
one more
And
harvest. Yeah.
yeah, so and I have Marilyn bringing me
White.
currants. No, the
I
three of
guess.
them: red, white, and black.
Yeah, I have the
And
red coming in, and I'm gonna get some black ones. Ryan's gonna give me some white ones.
okay, so that's that. And I have loganberries. I'm trying to propagate. So I have one main plant. There's a little tiny baby I'm trying to save, and I'm trying to propagate the rest. And I bought three plants of black raspberries. No, sorry, black des mûres. Um,
Yeah, black.
I have like a
I
oh
have a
god,
blank just
what's it called?
because you're
Uh,
talking about it.
it's black, not raspberry. It's blackberries.
Yeah, it
So
was so easy.
I had three plants of those, and they made multiple babies. So I probably have like about 20 plants of those that I'm gonna
Nice,
relocate, and it's
nice.
in the shaded area, so it's gonna create like this intimity fence for me in a food forest. Hoping that
Too much.
sure.
I'm
You have to send me a message and let me know because I will forget. I have like little babies popping up everywhere at one place. So if you want one, just let me know. But write me a message so I don't forget. Actually, no, I'm gonna write it here. But I don't know the variety. That's a thing. Uh, Conference. So Remy.
And I have to get you a plum tree cutting.
Yeah, please.
Actually, I have to go get that now. Well, not now, but should have been done a month ago. It's supposed to be easy to propagate, though.
I
Apparently,
hope
you can
so.
take the branch and put it straight in the soil, and it's supposed to grow.
And there's the elderberry cutting also.
Yeah, those I'm gonna bring a whole bowl.
Okay.
I have 5 or 6 in there.
Awesome. So Annie also has an elderberry tree, so I'm going to ask her if she can make a cutting for me. And I might get some from the seeds I'm going to plant.
Hmm.
I think mine, I have to plant my seeds around June. So if I have one cutting from you, one cutting from Annie, and my seeds, I should have something going on.
Yeah,
um, uh,
and then I have blueberries doing the same thing as yours, and that's why I'm changing everything to ASCAPs. I have some strawberries, raspberries. Did you ever get those goji berries that you gave me last year?
I started some from seed. My little tree is producing like maybe a cup of goji berries.
Nice.
I'm gonna dehydrate them this year.
Okay. The one you gave me died before I even got home, so I don't know what happened. But I had some more seeds and I planted some,
Okay.
so I have like 2 or 3
So what I did,
taller.
I have like a 5 gallon. It's in there. There was 3 cuttings. 2 died. 1 survived. And every year I sacrifice all the fruits and I put them in that pot. And there's like new
Bro.
seedlings that pops out. And I'm also I put some in the fridge, sorry, in the freezer all winter long, and I just planted them outside in a little container. I did that with goji berries, some blueberries that I harvested in zone 4, which is a zone lower than me. So if they are working or surviving in zone 4, they should survive here.
Hmm.
I did that with a pear that's called Beauté Flamande, which is also zone 4. I'm
Okay.
hoping to get that to fruition. And so goji berries, blueberries, the pear, and I did another one. Oh, it's ridiculous. I shouldn't have done that. A mulberry tree. I will never be able to plant a mulberry tree here, but if I can get the seeds to germinate, I'm gonna up pot it to like a 5 gallon, and then hopes that one day I move, and then I'm gonna bring a mulberry tree to my new location. But that's a like I'm riding my unicorn with my hair in the wind, dreaming. But we'll see.
Never know. You never
You
know.
never know. You never know. So I'm planting a seed to somewhat show me the way some years down the road. I
Mhm.
agree. Saving is important because like you have to buy stuff, but I think investing in a food forest, like asparagus, and learning foraging to or any skills to feed you in the wild or on your property is going to be the next rich. Well, actually, it's not the next; it is now.
Yeah.
To start saving money, grow or buy only basic ingredients. Make everything from scratch. I try to make most of my condiments, and it does make a difference. Like I found a ketchup recipe that almost tastes exactly the same as Heinz,
Nice.
and I do my own hot pepper relish, my own sweet relish, my onion jam. So this year I'm going to add ketchup. And Rebel Counter Tammy suggested a couple of recipes for mustard. So
Nice.
I'm almost like full circles with condiments and well mayo I can do. You can't can mayo, but like you all you need is eggs and all oil and vinegar. Buying bulk makes a difference also. We're like, I have a wheat field. Like I have a two places that grows wheat. With one is like 30 minutes away from my house and the other one is 15 minutes away from my house and maybe a little bit more. But they grow, it's locally grown and it's locally milled. So I doubt that it's going to have like that dramatic price going up. But the more I see this, the more I'm going to start buying 5 gallon bins and put flour in 1 gallon bags, mailer bags, and store them for the future. Because flour is like I have sourdough, so I if anything goes to dot dot dot, I can just eat bread. Yeah, teach it.
Anything go this way. If anything goes to this,
Yeah. I can just bake bread. Obviously, I'm gonna lack nutrient, but I could survive on bread. And you could do spread with a little bit of sugar, or not even. You could just like smash strawberries, and we could survive. But I would need flour, at least flour.
yeah.
Popping in to say hi, show my support. Thank you. You have to go. No worries. Really? Well, wine barrel. Wine barrels are pretty big. Like you're talking like the big ones, or you're talking about the 10 gallon one?
Well, maybe something like an old garbage can or whatever.
Yeah. Well, by the time like I'm first, they need to sprout. They need to survive. They need to do something, and then I'm gonna start like 3 inch, 4 inch, and then 2 gallon, 3 gallon, 5 gallon, and like we're gonna go from there. Because like I have in the fridge right now, I have low bush cranberries, which is cranberries, and I have wild blueberries.
Nice.
The wild blueberries are supposed to be ready stratification wise on June 20th. And then you put them in soil and you hope for the best. If this does not work, I'm going to have to go hunting for wild blueberries like in my area near me, or go on Mr. Google Pants and ask where I can forage wild blueberries, and just like sneak one or two plants in my pocket and like bring them back home. Because if it's native from here, it could survive winter on its own without any work.
Yeah.
I won't kill it. I'll have blueberries. I want blueberries. I love blueberries, and like blueberries and yogurt is like so delicious in the morning. But I haven't tasted mulberry. Like I don't even know what it tastes like. Or currant. I've never tasted currant. I don't know what it tastes like, but I want it. I
It's food.
It's
It's
food.
food.
Like if I have flour, salt, what's it called? Du Saint Do.
I don't even know what it is in French, so
It's the fat of the pork that you rendered lard. So if I have flour, cold water, rendered lard, and a bit of salt, I can make a pie crust. And if I have fruit and honey, I can
all right.
make I can make a pie. So we can have bread and pie. I'll be fat, but I'll have a
Survive.
good pie.
Well, I keep saying the worst. You'll just do like jam or jelly or something like that with it.
Yeah,
And if you really have to, you can just scoop it up and eat it.
it's currant is very tangy, I was told. So you have to add. It's like rhubarb. You have to add a little bit of sugar on it.
Yeah, precisely what Jotham just said
Oh,
there.
so Marilyn was telling me that the black one was like super sour and she hates it, but she wanted to try it. And then she told me that the red one is super tangy, but like you could do jam, jellies, juice, and stuff like that. And she said that the white one is the less tangy one, and it's the most delicious eaten raw. And sadly, it's the white one that she has the least of. So I'm like, that means I have to find white currants.
Well, if they can survive, you can have more than one plant, then you can propagate them yourself.
Yeah, well, you don't normally propagate plants that are very, very young.
Yeah, well,
You have
that's
to
what I mean.
like
Wait,
propagate plants that, can survive being removed a whole branch. So I might have to start walking in forests or visiting other people. Do you have carrots in your
well,
food forest
I
or
have a
in your back?
question. Maybe Jotham would know. He seems to know a little bit about currants. Do they spread out easily? And the reason I'm asking is because I have a friend of mine that he asked me if I want to have some, and I'm gonna go get some. He has some black currants, and he said that it started with just a few bushes, and now they took over. Like not that they took over everything. I think he's letting them grow, but he's got a whole lot of them. Like I can go and get like 10 if I want, 20 if I want. Probably
I
he
think
really has
it's
a lot of them.
I think it's animals that are eating the berries, and then in their poop, the seed is protected, and the acid inside does not kill the seeds. And then with their poop, they just um, create new plants. It's like chickens. Give them squash, they're gonna eat the entire squash. They're gonna eat the seed, but the seed is gonna come out the same way that it came in. And then in your compost pile, sometimes like you have these weird things going on, like you have pumpkins, and ironically, they are the one that look the best and they produce the best, and because they're like growing in poop, 100% like 100% compost, and it's
Well,
going to be the
that
plant that,
means if the fruits fall on the ground by themselves,
yeah,
they should, in theory, grow back into a whole new plant.
yeah.
They don't need to
And
be
like,
brought somewhere else. It can just fall
and you
there.
have the bonus that it's in poop, so you have fertilizer, and
Yeah,
then it goes through the process of freezing during the winter, so it has the perfect stratification, perfect temperature to be stratified, and then it's protected by a layer of snow, and then when it thaws out, it waters, so that
yeah,
seed has the perfect environment to reproduce itself and create this
true.
beautiful plant. Oh, life in the valley. Hello,
We were just talking
welcome.
about you not too long ago.
Yeah,
You're going at the conference.
yeah. I just caught his message on the Canadian YouTube group, and I said hi. Is it still raining where you are? Or is it
Me?
raining at your place?
It wasn't raining today.
Oh, so rain is gonna come your way.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. We're supposed to get rain for pretty much a whole week.
Okay, so what we're getting now, you're gonna receive it by the end of the week.
Well, usually we get it kind of the next day, but it depends. Like it can be going downwards a little bit.
We are not complaining because my garden gets watered. We're having rain. Oh, okay. So it was usually, well, not usually. Yesterday it said Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now it's till Wednesday. So I don't know how I'm going to plant. 90% of rain on Monday, 70% of rain on Tuesday, and 70% of rain on Wednesday. So I'm going to have to do the sun dance in like to make sure that I can plant. you could multiply them by splitting up the clump. Are
Talking
you
about
talking about rhubarb or currant?
he's talking about the black currants.
Because I have a red currant here that I have to relocate. Currant doesn't, it's a shrub, like it doesn't do like uh raspberries. So right now my currant doesn't really have the chance to do anything because like my raspberry plants goes over it.
It
So
doesn't have enough.
I want to relocate it in an area where it could thrive uh, with others, um, but I don't know where to put them. Yeah, it started pouring rain here on and off. Thank God I brought my seedlings that were on the balcony earlier on before live. I'm utilizing my back deck. I have like this kitchen table, and as soon as it says 12 degrees Celsius, I just put seedlings, flower seedlings outside, and I just let them do their thing in the shade, and they're looking great. Like my first batch is now in the tunnel doing their thing, and then my second batch I just put that out this week. So I'm not using as many lights this year, and I'm trying to practice because I might have something coming to my. I don't think I told you this or any. I think only Marilyn and Annie knows. We are collecting wood. Every time my husband makes an installation at work, he used to dump 2 by 4 by 5 feet. So he brought back home at least 100 2 by 4s at this time. They're not 2 by 4 by 8. They're 2 by 4 by 5. So they've been cut and there's staples on them, and some of them has some screws. But they were going in the dumpster, so or burnt or whatever. I don't know what they do with them. So he's bringing them back home, collecting them, and then he brought 12 2 by 12, so 2 thin, 12 wide by 11 feet long, and then he says, I think we should buy windows. And I look at him and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't need windows. Our house windows are almost brand new. He's like, no, no, no. We should buy old windows. He wants to build a window greenhouse for me.
Nice.
So we started the process of relocating part of the chicken coop. And we're collecting wood, and we're almost there because wood is the most expensive now for projects. So with what we have right now, we should be able to build a 10 feet, maybe a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 8 window greenhouse right next to my tunnel. But I have to relocate like 10 raspberry plants. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but that's a detail. Worst case scenario, I'll put them in 5-gallon buckets. But like, I am so excited. I have no idea when it's coming, but it's going to be something exciting, like to have a window greenhouse. So I'm trying to prepare mentally of not having as much trays inside the house and like having them in the greenhouse. It would be amazing. Yep, dig it out. Okay, so he's talking about the rhubarb or
No, talking about
the carrot.
black currants.
Really? So that means when I dig up my currants, I might have babies within the same plant.
Yeah, you can cut it into. That's what he's saying.
Hmm.
Cut the root ball apart.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you have questions about your project, Thomas is the guy to ask.
About what project? The greenhouse?
Yeah,
The
he's building stuff all the time.
awesome. Well, I don't know how we're gonna do it. All I know is the size of it, and we need to find windows um to fit it, like to fit a 8 feet wide. Like the back end, we might put what's it called? Um, Patio doors. sliding
That's what
patio
sliding
doors.
doors, yeah.
Or like we have that in the shed. It's like three windows right next to each other, and there's like something you can open, une poignée pour ouvrir. How you say that? It turns like that, and it just opens.
Okay, yeah, a little rotating.
Yeah, so either or. We're talking about currants. Currant is a little berry. Um, Let me show you what it looks like.
Yeah.
So there's white one, red ones, black one, and apparently there's pink ones as well.
Yep. There's some similar to gooseberries, kind of small ones.
Yeah, and they're very tart. So I don't know when will this happen. All I know is we're receiving our meat birds soon. And once we receive our meat birds, if my entire garden is like prepped, we can start the foundation. And I need to figure out if I want to build above the soil, if I want an isolated um, ground, if I put it directly on the ground. We don't know. Like we're still trying to figure out details. Like we want to build something that's going to retain some of the heat. So should we do a concrete slab? But then if we do a concrete slab, is it considered a permanent building? It's like we have to figure out those details.
Yeah,
But it would be cool.
it
Like
would.
it would. Like the only thing it would cost us would be obviously our time, but the screws and the windows and Darren has that on his. It's those windows that opens.
Yeah, little vents.
Yeah, and we would want to put like a mini. Oh, I'm losing my English today. What do you call it? Solar panels. Like a mini solar panel fan and solar power for like little like lights so that I can work at night in there or during the winter to go read a book or whatever, put a hammock.
Well, maybe you can be lucky like Darren and find some for free on the side of the road at some point. Especially this time of year, people are getting rid of them.
Yeah, we found 20 a while back, but we used them all. So we're gonna have
By
to.
the way, if you click in that corner down there where it says join, you can accept a gift. I think if you click on um, join your membership, and then what's it called? You have three little dots that you can click, get more options, and from there, there's a place you can go gift or receive gift or something like that, and enable that. And you might be one of the two lucky that still has a chance to get a free membership for a month.
Did you donated 2 memberships again for today?
Yeah, right. Just a few minutes ago,
I
three
didn't
of
see
them.
it. Oh, thanks. I didn't see it. Ah.
Three of them were claimed.
And oh, wait, do I see it? Okay.
People in the chat
Okay.
probably saw it. Little house in the big
I saw
woods.
it. Okay, so that was like not long ago. And then Little Homestead by Melissa was gifted. Marilyn was gifted. Roger, again, he was gifted the third.
There are still two more to be
That's so nice.
up for grab.
So wait, I can't show it here. But in the chat, it looks like this.
Yeah.
So
I
nice
think
of
if you
you.
click allow gift,
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna buy myself a membership. So I'm gonna let someone. There's like a little thing that says allow gift. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
right
Right
on.
there. I still have like 5-10 minutes, so whoever wants to join my membership area, a
You get some
gift.
free more stuff, free
Yeah,
pictures.
well, this week I've been neglecting you guys terribly, but I plan to make
Thomas
myself.
one.
I'll try to catch up. I'll show the bunnies. I'll show the bunnies to you guys. Like they're so
You get the
cute.
behind the scenes stuff, basically.
Yeah, behind the scenes. For now, it's behind the scene in like fun videos. I am putting
There's one
mine
more.
about. eh, wait. What is it talking about? I am putting mine about 8 inches in so it doesn't blow away. I dug too. Oh, obviously we have high winds here. So whatever happens in our build, we have to anchor it. I don't know. Like I'm not very. I have never built anything on my own, so I don't know. But for sure, my high tunnel is only anchored front and back. And when the winds pick up, I'm always like super
Worried.
agitated because I'm scared that the tunnel's gonna like rip out the ground and just like poof go flying somewhere. So if I have a window greenhouse, I think I'm gonna like sweet talk to him like please anchor it or like take the precautions so that it doesn't blow away because there's nothing worse than like working all that time, putting all that effort, and then seeing it like oof,
Fly away.
yeah, like your hopes and dreams like fly away. I dug to solid. Wait. I dug to solid rock, then put 12-inch of clay to level it out. I'm on full clay. I can't dig that much because water is about 4 feet off the surface. Like I just dig a little. In some places it's 2 feet, some places it's 4 feet. I saw that. I am tempted. There is one or two models that I'm tempted to buy for the tunnel, but I might try first the window greenhouse. The tunnel is. Oh, I might lose power again. My signal is down again. My tunnel is 20 feet long by 11 feet wide. So if I test it in the future greenhouse, I'll know if it's powerful enough for a bigger area. Oh, so there's one to be claimed.
Yep, one left.
One left. So I'm gonna have to stay till someone receives that gift.
You can claim it anytime. Anyone that gets to your channel and clicks accept gift. So if there's anyone watching the replay and they want to have free membership, you can just allow gift and you're good to go.
Well, right now, everyone that's watching, except Johan, is a member. Oh no, there's Adventure with Outdoors Eagle, but the rest is membership. There's members. Woohoo! It's like almost all members only live. Get some Sunatub like 6 inches and pour footing. Then get your footing as far as you can down. And okay, I'm sure he's gonna have a blast figuring this out. Like he thrives on these kinds of projects, and he has fun, especially when it's electrical, hydraulics, mechanical, or a challenge, something he hasn't done. Okay, so I'm gonna tell him to look for pole barn installation. But the thing I'm asking myself is, should I add like those little river rocks? Should I do like 6 inches of river rocks and then do my flooring on it, or should I isolate my floor? uh Isolation is usually for floors is, I can't remember, it's like in a little can. Like those are all questions that I'm asking myself, and when you go online and you look for these questions, you don't have like a definite answer. Like you have to go down the slippery slides roads and figure out what works. But this is like a permanent thing. It's not like something I can build and then modify. There's things I can modify, but there's things that you can't. So like we know what we want for the roof. We know what we want for the windows, but it's the floor that and the isolation part that we're still trying to figure out, because we want it to retain the heat but also be able to evacuate the heat if there's too much. But I'm going to keep this in mind. Thank you for the tips. Yes, I find everyone, like, right now, like, you could buy a kit and you can have instant gratification and have a greenhouse tunnel or whatever. But I find that, and I had this conversation, I can't remember with who, when you find things in the curb or you pick up stuff or free wood or free anything material wise, all you have to do is take your time and remove, I don't know, screws, tacks or whatever on it, and you build something. Obviously, since it's not brand new, you're going to have challenges. I find that at the end of the project, your attitude and your feelings toward it is completely different. Like you didn't take something out of the box, like IKEA style. It's up. Like you're super excited. That's for sure.
Well, it's like growing your own food.
Yeah, it's exactly like growing your
It's
own
a
food.
feeling
Like
of accomplishment.
you're so excited, but then you look at the structure and then you look at your fingers that are bleeding and your brain that's like super overcharged, but then you look at what you build and like you forget all of that and you're like, I did that. Like I built this with my 2 hands, and when it works, not only on paper, when it actually works and like physically, it's just like it's an amazing feeling. It's like taking out your first carrot out of the ground and tasting it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Challenges make you grow on so many levels. Oh, Luna's upstairs.
She's waiting for you.
I don't know. She's not supposed to be upstairs. All I'm hearing is like,
Uh,
it's like,
well,
what
we've
are
been
you
talking about
doing?
food for about an hour.
I'm sorry.
We've been talking about food for about an hour. Maybe she hears you.
She's always hungry. I brought her to her course today, and she's doing great. She's gonna graduate from elementary school
For
next
dogs.
Sunday. Yeah, for dogs. And I'm redoing the elementary course because I missed one course, and I was like out of my element because like everyone had gastro, and like I went to my course and I was like not 100%, and then I missed one course because I had gastro, and then so that's like 2 weeks out of 5. So I'm redoing that course at the end of the month of May so that I can solidify her obedience because we're having certain issues. She's a husky, so she pulls like crazy. Like if you're not careful enough and there's a bird that passes by, you could lose an arm. Like she pulls that much. So I'm gonna bring her and do the course again, but I'm gonna show you guys. Oh yes, the tomato, the squash, and the frog. I forgot to add one. There was one I was supposed to add.
Oh.
You asked me to add one, and I totally forgot. What was it again? I'm trying to remember.
Your logo, maybe? No.
No, I forgot. One live, you told me you should add it. I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right. And then at the end of the live, I literally forgot.
And your 5th membership was claimed by Ecocentric.
Awesome! Welcome to the Back to Basics community. Now how many are we? No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So, 11 members. Awesome. I have 11 members. That's crazy. 11 members.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So for the members, there are some special little emoticon that you can do. There's a tomato, there's a squash, and there's a frog. I can't see them because I'm on StreamYard right now, but this is what they look like.
Yeah, people in the chat can see it.
Yeah. Ophelia, Hank from Ink. I'm massacring the name. I'm so sorry. Ikoet. He pulls out canoes and fishing gears, and he also pulls Elisa around the farm on skis. He loves it. Oh, talking about a dog. He loves it. He is a working dog and loves his job. Yeah. She's 5 months, Luna, and they're called. She's in the phase of adolescence. Like, think of
teenager.
A teenager, like a human teenager, and then put it in a dog's body. Hard-headed.
Like you were when you were a teenager.
No, I wasn't. I became hard-headed when I became a young adult, but for different reasons. My mom says that I have a heart that's the size of a bus, and people took advantage of it, and I kind of became hard-headed because of that. But if I am motivated and I want to go in a direction, and I'm going to go in that direction regardless. Like, I'm going to go full on, and if I fail, well, then I failed. And then I'm going to start again. And you guys have a bonus. You guys see everything. You see the good, the bad, and ugly of all my of all my craziness. Well, you guys, I just saw the time. I have to go.
I saw it 5 minutes ago. Didn't want to say anything.
Because I look at the time, and then just before that, I heard my kids downstairs ooh, magic hour must be close, and then I'll look at the time. So it is magic hour. So this week I have a couple of videos for you guys that I'm working on, but there's going to be slight changes because I'm really focusing on getting myself to the conference. But there's going to be so many videos out there with the conference in different channels, so I'll try to film as much as I can. I got Hank. He was 6 to 8 months. He's an Alaskan Husky. He wouldn't come near anyone. He was really badly. Oh no, that's sad. I know that the mom is a Husky. I don't know what the father is. The father is a mix of shepherds. We're still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna do a DNA test to figure it out, because I need to know certain breeds so that I know the good and the bad and ugly of all those breeds and work around that with her training. Because if she's an Australian Shepherd, I'm gonna have fun. She's gonna want to keep everyone in line, and she's doing that with my kids. So I have a funny feeling she's either a shepherd dog or multiple different breeds of shepherds. So you guys, I will chit chat with you guys later on. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks for popping in, Remy. And for the gifts, thank you. So appreciated. And I'll chat with you guys and talk to you guys later. Bye.